Welcome to day 12. You guys are hanging in there. Listen, guys, today, I just can't tell you. When I started to understand when Michelle says structure equal freedom, you need to understand the newsletter structure. It's not just get out and send some newsletters, guys. You need to really understand this. Nobody's more qualified than the GOAT to tell you.
Welcome to day 12 of our Freedom Formula Sprint. And in day 12, we're going to talk about the weekly newsletter strategy. This is where you build the know, like, and trust. If social media disappeared tomorrow, would your business survive? We build our business on rented land using social media. Email is owned land. No one can take your email away from you. I love that. It's one of my favorite parts about this business. Your weekly newsletter is not just an email, it's a relationship equity. Here's why newsletters matter. Yes, we have email automations that go out automatically for 30 days, but what after the 30 days? Because not everybody buys from you. And if you want to really compress the time of somebody know, like, and trust you, daily automated emails plus a weekly newsletter will help quicken the time that you are a complete stranger to you're somebody with authority that they start trusting. Social media starts conversations, builds awareness, lets people know you're in business, but email builds relationship and newsletters build trust. Trust builds buyers, my friend. Most sales don't happen because someone saw your post. They happen because someone saw your content, opened your emails, read your thoughts, learned your philosophy, watched you consistently. Your weekly newsletters is the rhythm of trust. See what a newsletter actually does. Your newsletter reminds them you exist, reinforces your positioning, deepens belief, handles objection, builds authority. So I want to break down the know, like, and trust. Here's how a newsletter will build. We're going to build each layer of that. Okay. So the know is this is the clarity and consistency. They are going to learn inside this email, this newsletter is what you stand for, who you help, how your system works, and what you balloon. Consistency creates recognition. And as somebody recognizes you, you become familiar and people buy from people and you trust people that become familiar with you and that you get to know, like, and trust. So that is the know type of newsletter. The next is relatability and personality. This is where you're going to share stories, lessons, personal wins, personal struggles, or what you've observed. People buy from people they relate to. It's not about the money you read, it's how relatable you become. That's when people are going to buy from you. Next is trust. This is where you're going to have competence and conviction. This is what you're in this newsletter. You teach simple structured concepts almost every day with a 90-day run, right? Case studies, objection handling, clear thoughts. This is where authority builds trust. Now, let's talk about the 4 types of high trusted newsletters that you can create. Rotate these one a week. Storytelling one, a lesson you've learned, a struggle you've overcome, a client's transformation, a mindset shift. Tie it to your method. Stories build emotional trust. Next is the teaching email. Explain one concept clearly, break down one idea, simplify one part of your system. Don't overwhelm, teach one thing. Teaching builds authority. Make sure when you teach it, it's not overwhelming, it's picture painting of what it looks like once they understand this or how learning this can save them time. Next is the belief email. This reinforces your philosophy. Example, you don't need to work long hours. Structure creates freedom. Trust compounds. Belief emails build alignment. And this is so important. And the next is the invitation email. Not pushy, just clear. Remind them about the blueprint. Make sure they look at the blueprint, about the next webinar or 90-day run or your offer. Invite calmly. See, authority invites, it doesn't chase. So if you do a sequence of these, you'll never run out of ideas. Now, here's the minimum. 1 newsletter per week. And here's why weekly. Because it builds trust that compounds through rhythm. Think about it. In 90 days, that's 12 trust building emails that they get. In 1 year, that's 52 relationship deposits. See, most people disappear. That consistency builds confidence. I can't even tell you guys how many times somebody's bought from me a year later, 2 years later, even 3 years later. That was on my email list. This is the power of what we have here. So, your action this week is schedule your next 4 newsletters. Week 1 is going to be story. Week 2 is teach. Week 3 is believe. And week 4 is invite. If you only show up when you're selling, you look desperate. If you show up consistently, you look dependable. Your list is not a number, it's a relationship builder, my friend. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be back tomorrow with a swipe file of newsletters, 90 days. So, 12 days worth of different types of newsletters that you can create. Okay. And then I'm going to come back the next day and show you exactly how to send out a newsletter. And then I'm even going to show you how to put a video in it as well if you want to do that. Okay. So again, this 90 days this is your freedom from a sprint because it's going to give you everything you need to have that lifestyle business that has freedom.
How about that, guys? Is that exciting or what? I hope that the clarity is landing for you. You just had the clarity of the automation, the clarity of the funnel, now the clarity of the structure, the strategy with the newsletter. And now we're going to get ready to show you how to do these newsletters tomorrow. You're in good hands. You're going to be glad you followed through and went back to look at it with a fine tooth comb till today, guys. I will see you on day 13. There's a magic on day 13.